Thank you, guys. Yeah, last night we played in Washington, and it was a really cool place. I'd never played there before, but it was very kind of classy, you know, carpet on the floor and tables with, like, people were eating food during the show, and the tables were kind of spaced kind of far apart, and it was quite a big room, so this feels a lot cozier, which is so nice. Even though it's when we walked in, we're like, do they know what kind of music we play? We're not, you know, we're definitely not going to be stage diving or anything. But it's really cool. Like, yeah, you know, you guys are filling the room up with lovely energy, so thanks for that. And I'm hoping that maybe whoever's doing the lights can turn on the disco balls during one of the songs, just to get into the mood, you know. Who's doing the lights? Oh, you. So, you know, you pick your moment during the show and totally blast those. And in the meantime, I'm going to introduce my band to you. From your right is Rob Bucknick on acoustic and electric guitar. And Joe Doyle on bass guitar. These guys are also members of the Friends in the Soul Season, and I've had the pleasure of touring with them many times around during many years of very intense traveling. And those guys are family by now, and it's wonderful to have them part of this group as well. So thank you so much. And then there is Rosie Golan, who we've already met and heard singing beautifully very well. Me and Rosie met in New York during my time living there, and we realized that we're both musicians and enjoyed hanging out together. And since we now live apart, I had since left New York and I now live in Iceland, and we don't get many opportunities to hang out, so we sort of put this tour together for all of us to get a chance to get together again and hang, which is wonderful. And I'm so happy that Rosie is part of our band as well as a support act on this whole tour, and also our tour in Europe. And then there is my other lovely friend Aida Şarkasemi on vocals and that. Aida is originally from Iran and plays an Iranian frame drum instrument called daf. And Aida and I also met during my time living in New York. So it was a very, very fortunate time for me. My move to New York, as much as it didn't make sense at the time, because I'm not a big city person, and I was living very happily in my country house in Ireland. And one morning I woke up and I was like, I have to move. I was like, what? Move where? And the first thing that came to my mind was New York, and I was like, New York? That doesn't get much more city than that. And then I decided to give it a go, and I booked a flight to New York in the next week, and I thought if I find an apartment easily and it flows well, then it's a sign that I'm supposed to do it, and I did it, and I moved. And within the first month there I met Aida, and she made all the sense of my very erratic notion of moving there. You know, and I now see that I was supposed to meet these two gals, and it's great for us to have crossed paths. And one of the things that really swept me off my feet with Aida was her playing the drum, which from your side, for me it always looks like the drum is kind of dancing in her hands. Right? Yeah. I'm very jealous of the But we're gonna embrace this opportunity to kind of get close to like what this venue usually probably experiences, like a little more dynamic sort of performance, and Ida's going to play a nice drum solo for you.